Why hello there, warriors and weirdos. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and today I'll be bringing you another Aurora double reaction. This time we're going to be checking out the music videos for Apple Tree and Queendom. And I thought it was rather interesting, but when I've surveyed my Aurora reaction comment sections and even some emails I received, and specifically from Conrad as well, I've been told that you guys prefer the Aurora live performances more than her studio performances, and usually the music videos grab from the studio versions, which I found very interesting but also very believable because, studio versions, they are what they are forever, right? You listen to them once and you get the idea, it'll stay that way forever, but when you get to hear a live version of that same song, it gets to be reimagined, reinvented, revamped, all the words you can think of. And as it relates to Aurora, her presence in any live setting is the gift. It is what makes the music and the performance so enchanting. It is what a lot of us go to her concerts to experience, is that live taste. And I think you could just make this point about most live music in general, but certainly as it relates to Aurora. And not that I've ever seen her live, but her presence that I see even in those live music videos and the documentaries, I can understand why that preference is there. Not that there's anything wrong with the studio versions or the music videos themselves, but again, you get to create a new musical signature with every re-performance of the same song. So all of that to say, I'm excited to check out the music videos here, hear the studio versions, and, see for myself in front of you all how they sound. I expect nothing less than greatness, though. Before jumping into this, let's thank Conrad the Joyful for making this donation request. And thank you, Conrad, for dedicating this one to me and all of the warriors and weirdos out there. We all appreciate you. Now, let's jump in, starting with Apple Tree. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Very animalistic.
All of my life, I've been hunting. I've been a girl, I've been a boy, digging my feet into the ground like an apple tree, wanting to live with a purpose.
Wow, I was never ever expecting to see Aurora covered in blood. Let me find a frame. I can't find a frame. Oh my god, I had never expected to see her in this kind of getup.
All of my life, I've been hunting. I've been a girl, I've been a boy, digging my feet into the ground like an apple tree, wanting to live with a purpose.
Very rhythmic.
Skin is a word, love is not a sin. People are bad, people are good. Just like the moon is a stone, but it's a star when it's dark. And now she's hiding. If you've seen where the heart is, you've seen its color. If I ever knew how we could guide it, I would take care of its children, become their mother. If I ever knew how we could hide it, hide it. Let her say the word. She is just a girl. Let him say the word. He is just a boy. Let her say the word. She is just a girl. Let him say the word. He is just a boy.
Whoa.
Hunger is quiet if you do it right. Hunter is loud and predictable.
This has to be one of the more unique Aurora songs I've heard, and I'm just saying unique in reference to her own discography and everything I've heard from that, because most of her music has been so gentle, cascading these beautiful emotional ballads, yes, with like intense moments and cool rhythmic patterns, but this one in particular, even visually, of course, it's very striking, but rhythmically as well, and even in the cadence of her vocal delivery, I'll repeat the statement, it feels like the most unique version of Aurora I've heard thus far. And it really works surprisingly, and this is going to be a weirder analogy, but if you know Ren, the artist, he's one of my favorite musicians and artists too of all time. This is almost like if Aurora renified her own music and style. If that makes sense, hats off to you. If it doesn't, I totally get it.
Hunger is quiet if you do it right. Hunter is loud and predictable, scaring away every prey so they are gone before the hunter arrives. Would you be kind and put away your sword? You cannot cut away what we got. You cannot kill what we are. We are not here in physical form. You've seen where the knife is. It's dark location. If I ever knew how we could hide it, I would cut into our anger.
Love the melody.
Make your emotion. If I ever knew how we could hide it, hide it. Let her say the word. She is just a girl. Let him say them all. He is just a boy. Let her say the word. She is just a girl. Let him say them all. He is just a boy.
This is unbelievable. Oh my god.
Can you carry the weight of mortality?
Oh my god.
The explosions around you is your symphony.
And notice how in this video, sorry to pause it there, we'll go back. Notice how in this video, over the course of these 3 minutes, the clips that we would see of her bloody would be quickly spliced in, and then quickly we'd go back to the, less bloody version of Aurora. But now the shots of her bloody are persisting longer, and this entire time as she's dancing and walking forward, there's blood dripping from her mouth, and it's interspliced with longer clips of her covered in blood. Just these little subtleties in music videos sometimes can be hard to catch even for me, so I like to point them out because I'm better at analyzing music than I am at cinematography. But when I do notice, bet your ass I'm going to tell you about it.
Can you carry the weight of mortality? The explosions around you is your symphony. Let her say the word. She is just a girl. Let him say them all. He is just a boy. Let her say the word. She is just a girl. Let him say them all. He is just a boy.
The constant shaking, like unable to even contend with the self, shaking out of your mind, ridding your brain of the headache and the thoughts that are constantly animalistic and putting us back into our own egos. All of these small elements here making this video cool. And there's one more element which I'm going to try to briefly describe. So you see the hairstyle of all of the supporting cast here. Not that this was maybe her like strict selection or if there's any meaning behind it, but this kind of hairstyle reminds me very concretely of a lot of the hairstyles that yogis in India use. Let me see if I can find a picture real quick. Yogi hairstyle. Yeah, do you see what I'm talking about here? So, okay, hold on. It's kind of like this. Maybe it's just like a version of a man bun, basically. Let's say pony. Nope, not hairstyle. Yogi hairstyle, India, long hair. Oh my god, my Googling skills are not on point right now. Okay, there was a man here that I saw who, I don't know who this man is, but we'll use him as the example. This exact hairstyle, I've seen so many gurus and teachers and yogis and just very devout practicing Hindus use this one. And not that every Indian culture has the same meaning as it relates to hair, but if you look at the Sikh culture, for example, hair is oftentimes a massive source of your power, and to cut it is, sacrilegious. And even in the case of exposing your hair. That's why oftentimes Sikhs, they wear turbans, because you don't want the world to see that power that you have. You keep it to yourself. You keep it wrapped and hidden. Your beard grows. You don't cut it, because again, it is a source of your power. It kind of reminds me of that Bible story about I believe it's the story of Samson. But either way, even if it has nothing to do with that, I figured I would drop that fun fact, because they all have the same hairstyle. I can't imagine it was accidental. So I wonder if there is meaning behind that. But wow, what a song. It definitely stands apart in my mind from all of the Aurora I've heard thus far. Big emphasis on the rhythm here, emphasis on her vocal delivery. The cadence kept changing, but those moments of change would end up being more intense. It's not as intense as like your standard rock chorus, for example, but it is there. It is the intense version of something you may expect from Aurora and her kind soul. Just beautiful song, beautiful video. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this one, especially seeing the graphicness in these images. It's not what I was expecting, but I love that Aurora continues to defy every expectation that I have of her and set new ones in their place. Really, I should just be completely mentally hands-off and not predict anything, but it's unfortunately a part of the way my mind works. I love to know and anticipate what's to come, but she makes it just perfect to sit in the present moment. All right, enough yapping. Let's get to Queendom.
The underdogs are my lions, the silent ones are my choir. The women will be my soldiers, with the weight of life on their shoulders. Drink until you've had enough. I'll drink from your hands. I will be your warrior. I will be your lamb.
It soars above you.
Till Queendom come.
Queendom come,
Till
wow.
Queendom come.
That's cool.
My Queendom come. My Queendom come. The sea waves are my evening gown.
I love that switch from Kingdom Come to Queendom Come. And I love that line too about women as being soldiers in this case and holding the weight of life on their shoulders. Women bring life into this world. They're there to nurture life as it exists, and they're soldiers for humanity as it exists. Love this.
The sea waves are my evening gown, and the sun on my head is my crown. I made this queendom on my
Oh, cool, like rotating right there.
and all the mountains are my throne. Oh, drink until you've had enough. I'll drink from your hands. I will be your warrior. I will be your lamb.
Lamb.
Till Queendom come.
Oh my
Till
god.
Queendom come.
Her energy, she's like
My Queendom come.
animalistic once again.
My Queendom come.
Wow. I've never seen this side of Aurora before.
Queendom come. My Queendom come. I hunt the ground.
Oh my god. Even her posture, like, it literally almost resembles, like, I don't want to say it, like something from a horror movie, the way that she's positioned, but, you know, I think the idea is that it's very animalistic here, and she's just embodying what it means to truly be a warrior for the human race, with all of that energy bottled up and she's just running after the camera. I am a big fan of this. Also, the line that really is sticking out to me now as I reflect on it is, I am a warrior, but I'm also a lamp. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but she's playing both roles. She's capable of fighting for herself and the world abroad and the things that she holds in very high esteem. And she's also capable of being very docile. And it is this constant dance of being strong in yourself and having to fight for yourself, set up your own boundaries, and being safe in who you are, as well as taking a step back, being a little bit more passive. I have kindness in my soul for those who show me kindness, and for those who bring me negativity, it's not that I'm going to fight them, but I'm going to wall it off. I'm going to be strong in my own mental. There's no reason to invite negativity, and I will constantly fight the negativity that tries to enter within me. That makes me the warrior.
I hunt the grounds for empathy and hate the way it hides from me.
Wow, I hunt the grounds for empathy and hate the way it hides from me. Oh, wow, now it's such a cool metaphor because she's hunting. She's the hunter here. She's hunting for what? Empathy, and it's so hard to find. And she's desperately rushing after any semblance of empathy left in the world. We can all be empathetic creatures. We just have to be self-generating.
The way it hides from me, with care and thirst I have become. You have a home in my queendom. You have a home in my queendom. You have a place.
The animal kingdom, animal queendom, bro.
You have a home in my queendom. You have a place in my queendom. You have a home. Till queendom come. Till queendom come. My 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 queendom come.
Wow. These were such different experiences from what I'm used to with Aurora. This was the most angry I've seen her facial expressions, the most hyped up I've seen her become. This is also a really cool insight into her dancing ability because she was putting on all of the cool moves and literally embodying it at a moment like a four-legged spider is what it seemed. But she's hunting after empathy, and she will stop at nothing to find it. She will create the queendom, the animal queendom, for all of us to live happily, with empathy, with love, with care of others, as it should be. Every facet of life can, I truly believe this. Every part of life that we engage in can be engaged in with love, especially as it relates to things interpersonally. But even if you're on your own, love is the way forward through and through. And there's all different kinds of ways that this love can look like for yourself, and it manifests differently for others. But with the experience of life, you will learn more and more what it means to love yourself. I'm constantly learning what that means. I hope you are as well. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to everybody else we engage with, to love ourselves, because it's a bit, on the contrary, not to be negatively reinforcing, but it's selfish to not love yourself. Isn't that a crazy, I don't even know if it's crazily ironic. It just feels like somehow the messaging from the top down became backwards, and all I'm saying is what I think ought to be the case. Lead with love, not self-interest, right? I think it all makes sense to me, but be very curious to hear your perspectives in the comments below. What do you think of the first song here? What do you think of the second song today? We had the Apple Tree song, Queendom. Both of these were very fun watches for sure. And again, jam-packed with meaning, amazing vocal moments from top to bottom, huge choruses relative to what I'm accustomed to with Aurora. Because normally we have these like cascading, very bright and high choruses here. These were far more rhythmic heavy, and the emphasis in my mind was on the visual. And then after the fact of these choruses that feel bigger is when she adds all of the additional vocal layers and makes the track explode in a way that is completely unexpected to me. As always, this is a really fun double reaction. I hope you all enjoyed it today, but that's all I have for you. If you did enjoy it and would like to make a request yourself, you can always do so by clicking the first link down below. That really helps support my channel. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.